All right, update. We're getting into our McMaster Carr order, and it is beautiful. call me old or whatever you want, but getting a package of nuts and bolts and everything, I'm excited. But yeah, here it is. It wasn't too crazy, but what does the shipping order say? It doesn't tell me. All right, order on the. Alright, so update on the nut and bolt order from McMaster Carr. Call me old or whatever, but I'm getting excited about stuff like this. So a nut and bolt order from McMaster is awesome. But yeah, this is basically about $115 worth of nuts and bolts. Way better value than at the hardware store, and a lot of these sizes, thread pitches, I couldn't find anywhere. Fleet Farm, Ace Hardware, even Fastenal. So this saves me a lot of time. Didn't even have to like run out and search around and be disappointed. So their website's great. It was really good. Their filters were easy to use and compile your list, and you can even save like lists for the future, so different orders that you might want to do. But yeah, there it all is. Nice selection of either zinc plated. I think this is the only black coating, so the black is the phosphate. But yeah, supposedly all high grade, high quality nuts and bolts here. So looking forward to it, and only got a few zinc plated. Otherwise, I think some of them, what did it say on the outside? Oh yeah, zinc clear. So you can see these are zinc coated, but they're like a silver or clear, whereas I'm used to yellow zinc like that. So don't worry, these are all coated, and they should be really good as far as corrosion and rust resistance. None of these are stainless, just because I was kind of looking into the difference between stainless and these more high quality steels. And honestly, supposedly these steels they have a higher tensile strength, and they can really take a bit more abuse than stainless. I'll do stainless for some of my smaller stuff. So when I do a future order here, if we look at the M5 selection, a lot of this here is stainless, because it doesn't have to be as strong as like a big M12, nut that I'm going to hold up my entire subframe with. So yeah, that's the McMaster Carr order, and I'm looking forward to getting everything organized. So we're going to use these new bins. I'll bring the label maker out, and we'll get to organizing. It's serious when you're getting the post-it notes out to keep you organized. Getting the hardware situation figured out. I have a limited amount of space in this one, so I kind of want to keep, the most frequently grabbed stuff here, and then this will be kind of like the backup section where it's not as commonly used, but still have decent access to it. So yeah, I'm just labeling all my M10 stuff right now, so you can see M10 1.5 by 40. By 30, by 25, by 20, and by 16. So 5 categories there of M10 bolt, M10 1.5 bolt lengths. So we have 5 different lengths right here with some skip sizes. And really, I think what I'm going to do is keep like the by 16, the by 25, and the by 30 all here, because I think those are going to be my most commonly used. I don't know if I can store all of them in these, in 3 of these black totes, but we'll find out. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of one of those things where if you spend time on it now, you'll thank yourself in the future, because when you're looking for hardware, there's nothing worse than running around to 10 to 4 different hardware stores looking for the correct length and size and all that. So I got my first McMaster Carr order, and I'm excited to get everything organized and set up. This is not by any means the master list of everything I wanted, but this will get us a good start. That way we can fill in the blanks and find out what we use most commonly. So I'm excited, and yeah, I'll give you guys kind of an update and a tour once I have everything organized. Again, main used stuff here, backup standard hardware, and backup stuff over here, not as commonly used. You can see I've already got a pretty big standard section with these big, I guess you'd call them partially threaded standard bolts, some smaller standard bolts, you know, your nuts, large washers, medium washers, and then lag screws. All kind of a standard thing I don't grab often. That'll end up on that one. But yeah, we got our black bins, we got our hardware, and now we just have to figure out a plan that makes the most sense and keep most commonly grabbed stuff up here. So looking forward to it, guys. A little break from the car content, but I don't know, hopefully it gives you guys ideas on how to organize your hardware setup, and it motivates you to get organized, because do not do the bolt bin where you just throw everything into one bin. I lived that life when I was at my dad's garage. Not fun. Yeah, got to stay organized, and it just helps in the long run. All right, thanks for watching, guys. All right, we're back at it. Took a little break from the garage and did some work in the house. I got a whole new desk set up. We bought a desk off Marketplace from a law office that was going out of business, and it is massive. So cool upgrade in there. Might show it on camera. I don't know, you guys don't seem to like non-car stuff. So anyway, we're back at it, and I am gonna be working on finishing up the quarter panel. So we just basically did the, we've seam sealed and undercoated all of the inner wheel well area. So the inner wheel well area is all taken care of. Now we're just making the outer quarter panel look good again. So we've gone back with our skim coat of Bondo, skim coat. If you know me, I'm not very graceful when it comes to Bondo, so I lay it on a little thicker than I need to, but nothing a sander can't take care of. So we're gonna hit it with the DA, the power sander. We're gonna work our way I'm actually gonna go as low as 120 to really get this done quick. 120, and then we'll work our way up to 400 or 600. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, I'll put you guys on the GoPro. We'll get this thing sanded and get it prepped for paint. So I hope you like, and here we go. Hey, nice, the heater stopped too. I'm pretty good with that. The 120 took the edge out of the lip here pretty good. Might have a few little spots to go back over, but I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know how much I'm gonna work on this inner edge here, because you can see this nice little line. That's where we're gonna come back with seam sealer and seal this whole outer lip. So I don't know how much I care about this area, because I think I'll probably do my tape line for the seam sealer so that it just gets to that Bondo. So yeah, we'll keep going with the sandpaper and show you guys how it looks once we're done. Wherever the self-etch primer is, the gray, that's where we're going to give it a nice fresh coat of green. So yeah, we'll continue cleaning up, and then we'll bust out the old roll of tape and the paper and the plastic, and we'll get everything taped off. That way we can just come out here and go to town. So we'll start spraying the base coat, or actually the self-etch primer first, then base coat, then clear coat. Once we lay down the next layer of self-etch primer, I'm going to come back with the seam sealer. That way we can seam seal this edge. So we'll come back, we'll self-etch prime, We'll seam seal that edge all the way around the arch, and then we will do the base coat and the clear coat. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll get this thing all plasticed off, and so we don't get overspray anywhere. Not only on the body of the car, but on our nice undercoated wheel wells. So stay tuned, guys, and we should be back for some more and finish this project up. And then we got some exciting stuff next. We got the subframe and all the suspension stuff getting back from powder coat. Corey and his team have been sending me updates on that, and it looks freaking phenomenal. Like, yeah, can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm just gonna get it all here and sit there for like, I don't know, an hour or so and just look at it, because yeah, it should be pretty rewarding and it should look amazing. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. We'll get this thing plasticed off and ready for spraying. All right, we got the tedious part done. Now it is time to just drape the blankets over everything, and we'll be ready to spray tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. So we've got it all taped off here, so you can see the nice line where our fresh green paint is gonna be. And we didn't want to get anything on our nicely undercoated wheel wells, so we taped and papered all that off and all the way down to there. So yeah, there she is. Like I said, we will drape the blankets over, and that way we'll be ready to spray in the morning. But yeah, pretty happy with that, and we'll pick this back up in the morning when I'm ready to spray, lay seam sealer, and then base coat. Hey guys, I always pick the coldest day to finish up paint projects, but we want to get this done. That way when the sandblasted parts and powder coated parts come back, which we should get them in the next day or so, this is all done. I just want to wrap this up. That way we're pretty much truly at a full like reassembly state with the whole rear end. Can put the body kit back on, can put the subframe in with the new bushings, and oof, it's gonna look good. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna prop the door open, and I will throw you guys on the tripod so you can see a nice little paint transformation on the quarter panel area. So we've got it all taped off. We've got everything alcoholed, wax and grease removed, and it is clean as can be, and it's ready for primer. So we'll do our primer, you'll see that, and then we'll come back with the seam sealer along this edge, and then we'll hit it with base and clear coat. So let's get this project wrapped up. All right, now it is time to do our flexible painter's tape. So I found this stuff on Amazon, of course, like I find most of my things, but it's nice. It's kind of almost got the consistency of electrical tape, But yeah, we're going to use it to basically tape off our edge right along here for our seam sealer. Because really we just want the seam sealer to get on the seam where the stitch welds are. So this extra layer will give us the protection we need in case we get messy with the seam sealer. We learned that on the other side. So we'll get to taping and shaping this flexible tape. Alright, little update on the seam sealer. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The tape allowed us to get a nice clean edge on it, and I'll flip the camera and show you around the whole wheel arch. Get some light on the subject. So yeah, there it is. Nice, clean seam sealer line. Trying to think. Yeah, we didn't have too many mishaps. The only thing is I covered up one of my rib nut holes right here, so I'm gonna have to get a little pick out and peel all that seam sealer out of there. I'll do that quick before it dries. Other than that, not too bad. The tape didn't pull, you know, because we seam sealed right up to the Bondo line basically, and when I pulled the tape that you guys saw, I was worried sometimes if it's too sticky or not the right tape, it'll actually pull some of the edges of my Bondo, but it did not seem to do that too bad, so pretty happy. We'll let that dry. We'll pick out my one little spot, and then yeah, we'll get to base coat and clear coat. I'm excited, guys. I can't wait to have this project wrapped up and finished. And we just picked up the parts from powder coat today, and my, they look good. So you guys will see a nice video on that. Try to showcase it the best I can. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys, we're good to go for the base coat and the clear coat. We've got the seam sealer down, and we are ready to get everything sprayed and finalized. Wish me luck. We got to keep the fumes out of here and open the doors the best we can, and keep the wife happy and keep everything good in the house. No fumes. So yeah, let's get to spraying, and I'll time lapse it for you guys. All right, guys, final stage. It is time for some clear coat. Let's get her on there. All right, update. Cold day here in Minnesota. We just got the quarter panels done, officially done. So we got this all painted, clear coated, and the entire wheel well all done as well. So we just kind of peeled the tape. You can still see some is left over. But yeah, so now should be done with the annoying part, which is all the fumes and everything, and we can come back and hopefully blend this edge as good as we can. With the new clear coat under the old clear coat. So yeah, it looks good. Both sides came out pretty nice. So I'm happy with that. But on to what I'm excited about.